Good morning, Hawks. Brock here. Today is Tuesday, March 3rd, and it is a B-Day. Today's students of the day are Caitlin Harrison, Amaya Maurer, Ellie Yarnell, and Braden Zimmerman for helping to decorate for the winter semiformal this weekend, nominated by Mr. Harrington. Today for lunch, there's a chicken parmesan sandwich or a chicken speedy summer wrap with steamed broccoli as a side and assorted veggies and fruits. That's all for me today. Off to Tanner with what's going on around the school.
Hello Hawks, Tanner here for your daily news. And as for today, there's a Hawk Kind program happening in the cafeteria lobby from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. during lunch periods. And there's a Sister Cities meeting in A202 at 3:10 to 4:10 p.m. That's really all that's happening today. Now, I'll send you to Caleb with a live interview with representatives from
Hey, Caleb back with Ethan and Riley to talk about FBLA. What is FBLA?
FBLA, short for Future Business Leaders of America, is a club in the school where you have to pay a fee to get in, and then you can go to all sorts of competitions and participate in business-like events. For me personally, I do impromptu speaking, and Ethan.
I do public speaking and HR management.
And upcoming, we have states for FBLA, and that's kind of what the school store is raising funds for.
So what kind of time commitment is required for competition preparation?
So a lot of going to the meetings and doing outside of meeting prep, like reviewing on your own, like doing self-practice.
There's also there's some ghost members, but you can always just practice at home, and then you can just pay for states, and then you can go. But for the fundraiser, because states is really expensive, we sell items like these, so it's a lot cheaper for us.
What specific competitive events does our local chapter focus on?
I don't think there's a set event or events that we focus on. We usually will have a broad selection, and kind of whatever appeals to you, you can pick and practice for and compete in.
What are the regional competitive events and state leadership conferences?
So regional competitive events are scattered throughout the year. I think we just had our spring district meeting not too long ago, maybe a month ago.
Yeah, there's also states. I think they're being held in Rochester, and then there's what I don't know what's the name of it, but there's one if you get third or first, and you can go to Texas and Houston, I think.
For nationals.
Yeah, nationals.
We heard you've brought back a school store and you're selling specialty items like blankets and cups. Can you talk to us about that? When is it open to students?
It's open mainly during lunch periods. No, I don't think a lot of people go to the cafeteria unless they have a study hall during those periods. So those are the busiest times.
Also, we are selling these items to, well, we kind of said earlier, to raise funds to lower our costs to go to states and kind of make it more accessible for people who might have less financial resources or don't want to spend a huge amount of money to go to states.
All right, thanks for coming, guys. That's all for me. Back to Tanner to finish off at the anchor desk.
Thank you. Be sure to check out FBLA and the store when you get the chance. Now, for what's coming up. Tomorrow, on March 4th, the Volley for a Cause game is happening, raising funds for the Ronald McDonald House, with ticket sales of $5 for adults and $2 for students. They're also still selling Ronald McDonald House t-shirts in the cafeteria to raise funds as well. And while a bit early to talk about, the opening night of the Outsiders play is happening on March 19th, and continued performances going through March 22nd. Be sure to check it out. Now that's all the news I have for you today. Now on to Colin with your weather.
Good morning, Hawks. It's Connor here with the weather report. Today we will have a high of 26 degrees and over 12 degrees. Look out for clouds and sunshine. Later this week, there will be highs in the 30s. That's all for now. Over to Isaac for our sports report.
What's up, Hawks? Traxton here to deliver your sports report. As for last night's scores, our boys' varsity basketball team went head-to-head with Maine Endwell in a scrimmage last night to keep their legs fresh for sectionals this weekend, where they'll face Ithaca on Friday night at Watkins Glen. Our unified bowling team, however, played local teams in the season-ending competition and placed third, which included a Game 3 match high score of 795 points for the Hawks. There's nothing going on tonight for the Hawks, but there are a few matchups for the college basketball teams tonight as we get closer to March Madness. Tennessee is going head-to-head with South Carolina at 6. Alabama is going against Georgia at 6:30. As for our games at 7, Georgetown is against Johns, Toledo is against Miami, Wake Forest versus Virginia, and lastly, TCU versus Texas Tech. Congratulations to our athletes. Now on to Weston to end today's show.
Exquisite greetings, Hawks. Weston here to end today's show. Today is National I Want You to Be Happy Day. Thanks for tuning in to CPPtv, your daily source of news around the nest. If you missed anything from today's show or any previous shows, check them out at our YouTube channel at CPPtv. To get updates on the show, follow our Instagram at cpp.tv. Thanks for watching, and keep flying, Hawks.